You think she could beat any man champion?
My opinion is girls, boys is boys.
Right.
A girl is gonna be a girl. I don't think a girl can beat a man.
We talked yesterday to Claressa Shields. You know who Claressa is, right? Obviously, the guy she could beat. She said that she wants to fight men, and then throughout, when you hear Claressa say that, like, what's your reaction to that?
She in her skills, you know, but that's pretty much.
The boxing world erupted when Claressa Shields claimed she could beat Rolando Romero. Many pros quickly pushed back, pointing to the obvious size, strength, and power gap, questioning how realistic such a fight could ever be at the elite level.
Animal that she's not really prepared for. I think that there are animals, there are fighters that she could beat, but no one at her level in men's professional boxing.
Champion Shawn Porter called Shields arguably the greatest female boxer ever, but made it clear that competing with top male fighters is a different challenge entirely.
Listen, man, it's cute. You know, it's cute that, you know, she's made it to the point that she's made it to. That is remarkable. That is very, very respectful. I think every fighter in the world, whether you're a man, woman, whatever, you should respect the things that she's done.
Right.
Styles make fights. That's a common saying in boxing, and that's 100% true. But along with that, she has the thing that I don't think realizes is that, you know, whatever top boxer she's been in the ring with, I'm sure that top boxer was, you know, took his foot off the gas pedal. And any fighter that isn't at that level is really defending himself against her because he's not on her level.
Terence Crawford suggested Shields may not genuinely expect to face elite male opponents, but views her callouts as a reflection of her confidence. He noted her long history of sparring with men.
So dominant in the female boxing world that she need a man to fight, you know, but I don't believe she would actually step foot in the ring with those guys. Man, I'm gonna tell you this, you know, Claressa's been getting in the ring, sparring men since I've known her, you know, so I felt like she'll get in the ring and give anybody a problem.
Keith Thurman strongly disagreed, arguing Shields isn't dominating high-level male fighters in sparring. According to him, she's mostly working with smaller or less experienced amateurs, not proven world-class professionals.
She had the audacity to say, I spar men. And she puts this video of her sparring some kids that look like they just walked into my boxing club. They look like the softest amateurs I've ever seen. And she hits this boy with an overhand right. She's in the corner. She hits him with the overhand right. Boom! He eats that thing like some Lucky Charms. He don't take one step back. He got hit square in his face. He don't take one.
No, and he ate it like some Lucky Charms, man. Didn't take one step back. Her homegirl filming the whole thing was like, great right hand.
Thurman also revealed that Shields once called him out during his undisputed run, but it gained little traction. He stressed that men's and women's boxing are fundamentally different in terms of physical demands and competition standards, making serious crossover fights unrealistic.
I don't know what she has, you know. When I was an undefeated champion, she still said the same thing, okay? But it got no attention, okay? So all Claressa Shields did, however she feels about Thurman, however she feels about this men versus women battle of the sexes event that she wants to do for whatever reason, she picked one of the hottest boxing nights of the year. Women don't even do 3-minute rounds, bro.
I know.
They don't even do 3-minute rounds. Like, what do you, like, it's not even the same.
Shakur Stevenson praised Shields' accomplishments, but agreed she wouldn't defeat male champions. He added that, like most sports, boxing maintains gender separation for a reason, clear biological and competitive differences.
How y'all get in the mix with her?
I've known her since a kid too. Like, she's somebody who kind of supported me from day one, and I support her the same way. Claressa really if she was a boy, bro, I don't think a girl can beat a man. That's the same thing like you ask basketball players.
Yeah.
Like, can a female basketball player beat a male basketball?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. LeBron.
Because Claressa be talking hot, though.
Nah, she's like that
No,
though.
she like that, but she ain't.
If she was a boy, bro, that's what I was
What
trying
you
to
mean
tell
if
you.
she was a boy?
If she was a boy. If she was a boy, she'd be Floyd Mayweather. Hello.
I don't know.
If
That's
she was
ours.
a
No,
boy,
you can't do that.
she would be Floyd Mayweather. How can't she?
Despite the criticism, Shields remains one of the most dominant female fighters ever. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and the only boxer, male or female, to become undisputed in 3 weight classes in the 4-belt era. Her dominance has helped elevate women's boxing to new heights. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has publicly praised Shields, calling her the female TBE and recognizing her elite skill set and championship mentality. He highlighted her impact in a male-dominated sport and her role in pushing the boundaries of women's boxing.
Question, of all the fights that's happening this weekend, which one are you most excited about? Which one do you see what is the outcome of that fight?
Well, Claressa Shields. I'd like to say Claressa. She's from Michigan, like myself. She's a native of Michigan, like myself. 2-time gold medalist. We like to call her the female TBE in the sport of boxing. Just gonna give her a chance to redeem her first loss. She only has 1 loss throughout her whole career, so I'm excited for it. And we work with the same trainer, Gerald Tucker. Gerald Tucker is from the Mayweather trilogy, the Mayweather school, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Teddy Atlas agrees her greatness is undeniable, undefeated, multi-division champion, and highly skilled, but notes a key gap in her legacy, the absence of defining. Historically, legendary status is often built through iconic battles against equally elite opponents. Because of thinner competition, especially at higher weights, many of Shields' fights have been one-sided. This has limited the number of dramatic, career-defining moments that typically shape all-time great legacies.
Claressa Shields is going to be taken away because she doesn't have the dance partner? It doesn't seem like there's anybody there, especially at the heavyweight division, for her to dance with.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably the most important point as far as her legacy. She's going to have a great legacy as, if not the greatest of all time, one of the greatest of all time. Definitely going to be in that conversation. She's going to be in that group. She's going to be in that group of 3 or 4 great women. But she's got the titles. That's pretty special. She's got the divisions. See, that's where she separates herself. She's won in so many different weight categories, so many different weight divisions where she's got that. And she's got the 0, of course, at the end of her record. So she's got all of that. She's technically so solid. John David Jackson should get credit. He does a hell of a job. That's what it's about. And Shields is a higher level than anybody right now in that, in any division. She keeps going up in divisions and she keeps doing one thing, keeps winning and showing that she's the best one in any division. She's the full package. I got one problem with Claressa Shields. You want to know what it is?
What's that?
My problem with her is competition. There's no competition for her. It's not her fault, but I'm being very honest. I'm saying things I don't think other people are going to bring up. But my problem with saying, okay, Sunday night I got to mark down on my calendar, I'm watching Claressa. My problem with marking down on my calendar on a Sunday when I got some other things I can do and making sure Saturday night, whatever, this one happened to be Sunday, whatever night it is, to mark down that I have to be there to watch her. I have a problem because I don't think I'm going to be, I love watching her, but I don't want to watch the shadow boxing. I don't want to sit down and spend an hour of my time watching somebody shadow box. I want to see them in a competitive fight. Am I wrong for saying that? Do I get slings and arrows thrown at me for saying that, for being honest? I think there's a lot of people that might say that. That's the only problem I have with her. There's no competition out there for her to really invite me to say, I gotta watch Claressa Shields. Now look, she's moved up and she's beaten some good women. That there was some good fights, some good competitive fights. But at this point, it's pretty barren. At this point, it's crickets. I don't hear nobody out there saying, oh yeah, I got somebody who could give a real competitive fight to Claressa. And until that happens, until I think that she can be, again, she's been in some, but that she can be in a competitive fight.
Devin Haney said he understands why Shields would target someone like Romero, pointing to his awkward, unpredictable style. Fighters are often drawn to unique challenges that test their adaptability, though Haney still should take such a crossover highly unlikely.
Oh, the only thing... Why you want to fight him? Why you want to fight him first?
Rolly catches more strays on this show. It's
First of all, I
Shady's not even on
Rolly.
today.
He's a good dude, but when it comes to skill in boxing, he's not skilled.
Yeah, I agree. But that makes him awkward, right? When the punches don't come from where you think they're gonna come from, when he hits hard, right? Like there have been guys like that throughout. You brought up Mayorga, who are awkward. They shouldn't be good, but somehow they managed to win some of these fights.
Some of these guys don't be having no chins. Maybe that's the problem. And don't know how to tuck their chin either. Listen, I'm not saying I'll get in the ring and I'll knock Rolly out. I didn't say that. I'm 17-0 with 3 beautiful knockouts. I'm not the knockout puncher. I'm not Amanda Serrano. But what I will say is, with my boxing pedigree, with my height, my jab, my skills, I can beat Rolly in a boxing match.
Shields continues to defend her stance, saying she's been competing with men her entire life. She often highlights growing up in male-dominated gyms and sparring boys regularly. In fact, her first fight as a teenager was against a boy, and she won convincingly despite having less experience at the time.
But tell me about the first time you ever got in the ring.
The first time I ever sparred, I had been training for 2 months. It was against one of my close friends, Darion Lawson. I call him my cousin. And he had been boxing for 5 years compared to my 2 months. And he just picked on me every day for the first 2 months of training, saying like, girls don't need to be in the gym. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. I'm gonna beat you up when we spar. And when we sparred, my first time sparring, I got hit in the nose and my eyes got watery. And then that's when I found out that I was a true savage, because I kicked Darion's ass.
Poor Darion is watching this interview. You got your
Love you, D.
In an interview with Mike Tyson, Shields explained how training with men shaped her style. Facing opponents who didn't hold back forced her to develop sharp timing, ring IQ, and resilience rather than rely on strength. Over time, she evolved from pure intensity to smarter, more efficient training.
In the gym boxing against guys growing up, Mike. So the guys used to try to hurt me.
Yeah,
so I have to learn like
that's what
defense.
It is.
Offense, got to be smarter instead of being stronger. That's the kind of gym that I grew up in.
See, I didn't work smart. When I was fighting, we work hard. We break our knees. We break the bone in our body just in training. Because we want to outwork everybody. And we learned, and later in life, that it's about working smarter, not harder.
I learned that till I was about 20, though.
Yeah, you know, like, you want to show the world, this is what I got. But save a little for them. You know, don't give it all to them. Take it easy, slow, smart. All the time I fought, I was always in the hospital, hurt my leg, hurt my hand, fooling around, playing in the streets, getting street fights, got gashes.
I heard myself dancing at the club, something that had nothing related.
Still, Teddy Atlas points out that unlike historic rivalries such as Ali versus Frazier, Shields lacks a defining opponent. Even comparisons to Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano highlight what's missing, a signature rivalry that captures global attention. Talks of facing Layla Ali have surfaced, but remain unlikely.
I thought her opponent, look, I like her opponent. She's a southpaw, she's big, she stepped up in weight. She's a heavyweight. She had reach advantage over Claressa. She had a size advantage over Claressa, all of that. But we know, if we really know this sport, it's not always about size. It's about skill. I mean, how many times in catchweight fights have we seen smaller people beat bigger people? And the size difference wasn't that much anyway here, but there was a little bit of a size difference. But I mean, look at Usyk. I mean, he beat a guy 60 pounds bigger than him, 40 pounds, 50, whatever it was. I mean, we've seen it through the history. It's about how you fight. It's about how together you are mentally.
So the question remains, could Claressa Shields truly compete with a male world champion? Or is this simply elite confidence fueling the conversation? Drop your opinion below.